What's that, Cratchit?
Mr. Marley, sir. He died 7 years ago this very night. On Christmas Eve. Might it be time to paint out Marley's name on the sign, sir?
Might it be time for you to get back to work, Mr. Cratchit? The sign is fine as it is. Mr. Cratchit!
Mr. Scrooge, sir, it was cold in my desk near the door, and so I was going
Mr. Cratchit! What is this?
A scarf, sir.
And this?
An overcoat. A waistcoat.
These are garments, Mr. Cratchit. Items with which one might keep warm. Coal, sir, burns and then it is gone. A warm coat might last you for a very long time at very little cost comparatively. Why don't you get back to work before I am forced to do with your services altogether?
Merry Christmas, Bob Cratchit.
Merry Christmas to you, Fred, sir.
And how is the lady of the house, Bob?
Just fine, sir.
And the children?
Delightful, sir.
Splendid. Well, the merriest of Christmases to them all.
Thank you, sir.
Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Humbug.
Christmas a humbug? Well, surely you don't mean that, Uncle.
I do. What right have you to be married? You're poor enough.
Oh, what right have you to be dismal and morose? You're rich enough.
Huh!
Don't be cross, Uncle.
What else can I be? What's Christmas time to you but a time for balancing books, which cannot be balanced? A time for paying bills without any money? A time for finding yourself a year older and not an hour richer? If I had my way, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled with his own pudding and buried with a stick of holly through his heart.
Go.
Nephew, you keep Christmas in your way, let me keep it in mine.
Oh, but you don't keep it.
Then let me leave it alone then. Much good it does you. Much good it has ever done you.
Well, there are many things from which I have derived good, but not profited. Well, Christmas among the rest. Well, I have always thought of Christmas time as a good time. A kind, charitable, a pleasant and forgiving time. Well, the only time I know of in a long calendar year where men and women open their shut-up hearts freely and think of others below them as fellow passengers to the grave and not to another race of creature on a different journey. And therefore, Uncle, though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe it has done me good and will do me good, and I say, God bless it!
Bravo! Bravo!
One more sound out of you, Cratchit, and you will keep your Christmas by losing your situation.
Don't be angry, Uncle.
You're quite a powerful speaker. I wonder if you won't go into Parliament someday.
Uncle, come, dine with us tomorrow.
Us? Oh, yes. You were married recently to a girl who brought very little to the family, as I recall.
It isn't about the money, Uncle.
Then why did you get married?
Well, because I fell in love.
Because you fell in love. What do you know about love? Humbug. Good afternoon.
I want nothing from you. I ask nothing of you. Why can we not be friends?
Good afternoon.
Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Retire to bed.
Merry Christmas, Bob.
Merry Christmas to you, Fred, sir.
And a Happy New Year to you both!
Good afternoon!
Good luck.
Scrooge and Marley's, I believe. Have I the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Mr. Marley has been dead these 7 years. He died 7 years ago this very night.
Well, we have no doubt that his liberality is well represented by his surviving partner, sir.
At this festive season of the year, Mr. Scrooge, it is more than usually desirable that those with means make some slight provision for the poor and destitute, who suffer greatly at this present time.
Many thousands are in want of common necessities, sir.
Hundreds of thousands are in want of common comfort.
Are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons, sir.
And the union workhouses, are they still in operation?
They are indeed very busy, although I wish I could say they were not.
Glad to hear it. I was afraid from what you said that something has occurred to stop them in their useful cause.
Under the impression that they scarcely furnish Christian cheer of mind and body, a few of us are endeavouring to raise funds to buy the poor some food and drink and means of warmth. We chose this time because it is a time when want is keenly felt and abundance rejoices. What have I put you down for?
Nothing.
You wish to remain anonymous?
I wish to be left alone. Since you ask me, ladies, that is my answer. I don't make myself merry at this time of year, and I can't afford to make idle people merry. I help to establish the establishments that I have mentioned. I am taxed for them, heavily, I might add. Those who are badly off must go there.
Many can't go
I
there.
would rather die.
Well, if they had rather die, then they had better do it, and decrease the surplus population. Good afternoon, ladies. Just a second, Cratchit. 1:45. I pay you to the hour and not a second less. Suppose you'll want all day off tomorrow.
If quite convenient, sir.
It isn't quite convenient, sir, and it isn't fair. If I were to dock you half a crown for it, you'd think yourself ill-used. But you don't think me ill-used when I pay a full day's wages for no day's work.
But Christmas only comes around once a year, sir.
Oh, that's your excuse for picking my pocket every December 25th. But I suppose you must have it. The whole day. Be here all the earlier the next. And don't you dare lock up a minute early for credit.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Merry Christmas to you, sir.
What do you want with me?
Much.
Who are you?
Ask me who I was.
We are very particular for a shade. Very well. Who were you then?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Can you sit down?
I can.
Do it then.
You don't believe in me.
I do not.
What evidence of my reality would you have, beyond that of your senses?
I don't know.
Why do you doubt your senses?
Because every little thing affects them. A slight disorder of the stomach deranges them. You might be a bit of undigested beef, a blot of mustard, a crumb of cheese, a fragment of an underdone potato. There's more gravy than grave about you, whatever you are. Humbug, I say, humbug! Mercy, why do you trouble me?
Man of the worldly mind, do you believe in me or not?
I do, I must, but why do you walk the earth? And why do you trouble me?
It is required of every man that the spirit within him should walk abroad among his fellow men and travel far and wide. But that spirit goes not forth in life. It is condemned to do so in death. It is doomed to wander through the world and witness what it cannot share, what might have shared and turn to happiness.
Well, you are bound. Tell me why.
I wear the chain I forged in life. I made it link by link and yard by yard. I girded it on of my own free will, and of my own free will I wore. Is this pattern strange to you? Or would you know the weight and length of the coil you bear yourself? It was as full and as heavy as this 7 Christmas Eves ago. You've labored on it since. It is a ponderous chain.
I see no chains. Tell me more, Jacob. Speak comfort to me.
I have none to give. That comes from other ministers to other kinds of men. Nor can I tell you what I would. Only little more is permitted of me. I cannot rest, I cannot stay, I cannot linger anywhere. My spirit never walked beyond our Catholic house. Mock me! My spirit never roamed beyond the narrow limits of our money-changing hold. And now a weary journey is life.
You must have been very slow about it, Jacob. 7 years dead and traveling all this time.
The whole time. No rest, no peace. Incessant torture for more.
You travel fast, then?
On wings of the wind,
We might have gotten over quite a bit of ground in 7 years.
No! And no space of regret can make amends for one such opportunities missed. Such was I.
But you were always a good man of business.
Business. Mankind was my business. Common welfare was my business. Charity, mercy, forbearance, and benevolence were all my business. The dealings of my trade were but a drop in the comprehensive ocean of my business.
I did not mean to offend.
Hear me. My time is nearly gone. Many a day I have sat beside you, Ebenezer. I am here tonight to warn you. You have a chance and a hope of escaping my fate. A chance and a hope that I have arranged.
But that's very kind of you, Jacob. You were always a good friend to me.
You'll be haunted by 3 ghosts.
Haunted? Is that the chance and hope you spoke of?
It is.
I think I'd rather not.
Without their visits, you cannot hope to shun the path I tread. Expect the first tomorrow when the bell tolls 1.
Could I take them all at once and get it over with, Jacob?
Expect the second the next night at the same hour. The third, long no curio, will arrive in his own time. Look to